Alright, I have been busy promoting my books. I want to make an announcement, and I'm making 2 videos today. I'm going to make dinner, going to go ahead and get that prepped, and I'll make my other announcement then. But today, I'm going to teach you how to break down a whole chicken. Yes, you heard me, a whole chicken. This is something that if you're poor, you will want to learn how to do. And trust me, this is actually a pretty good thing to learn. And it saves you a little bit of money if you need like a whole chicken, but obviously you can't afford to get it cut up. Now, quick disclaimer, if this is something that you can't get yourself to do because of a disability, then, obviously go for the better option. Please don't hurt your fingies or your hands or whatever, trying to do something that you can't make yourself do. But for those of you who can, let's get started. Alright, you're gonna take your chicken, do this in the sink or on a bowl. You're going to cut this open. And you should have some juices and stuff falling out. TikTok don't ban me. Sometimes they have the giblets and stuff in here. This one, the bag came in there. But here you got your gross little chicken. And we'll go ahead and get that cut up. For this part, you can use a knife. I prefer to use these. These are my meat scissors. You want to make sure that these bad boys are sharp, because if they are dull, they're not going to work. And if you happen to do the wrong thing and you cut yourself, it is going to hurt. I'm not going to say what it's going to hurt like, because my mom watches this. Anyway, you're going to sit here when you're going to cut out the chicken spine. Like this. Now, for those of you who've never done this before, one thing that I'll tell you that will make it a lot easier is you need to find where the joints connect. So basically, like right here between the backbone and the thigh bone is where you want to cut, and you want to keep going up until you reach this piece of neck. Also, I've made a video on how to make rotisserie chickens. I just never showed y'all how to actually prepare the rotisserie chicken. Mostly because I didn't have a tripod back then, but now I do, so I can show y'all a little more of my prep work. Now, this is another ethical money saving trick. Do not throw this away. This is really good to make like chicken stock, or if you want to make a soup and you want to make it out of like fresh chicken bones, this is it. Personally, I like to use the bones and like the backbone that my mom gives me from her chickens, but I don't have access to those right now, so I'll save this for that. Unfortunately, I have a bone sticking out, but I'm going to leave that alone for the time being. So now, we have our chicken. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and flip this chicken this way. And again, one thing that will always make flipping your chicken, not flipping, but cutting your chicken easier is looking for the joints, because that is where you will have an easier time cutting things. Now I'm going to use one of my knives to do this. And I'm going to start off with a wing. I'm going to grab my little wingy. And I think I found a joint here, so. Also, make sure you're never cutting towards the edge. What I just did was kind of stupid, so please don't do that. Anyway. Also, if no one ever told you, cutting down a whole chicken is a pretty good idea, too, if you live by yourself, because at least, you'll have some chicken. If you just want to use a specific part for the chicken, then, you'll only use that specific part. Now, we got the wings off. We're going to get, I like getting the leg quarters off together, usually. So, this chicken, the meat came off apart here really easy, so we're just going to cut it off here. And we have a beautiful little leg quarter. We're going to cut that up into leg and thigh in a minute, but you can use this to make pieces of roasted chicken, fried chicken, chicken soup, whatever you want. It's cost effective and you get a lot out of it too. There we go. Also, this chicken has a lot of skin, but that's something I noticed from chickens that are store-bought. They have a lot of skin to them compared to like chickens that were raised at home. Now, we have a chicken breast here. We can either use it for this or we can store it separately. Let's see. I'm going to save it separately. So I'm going to put this over here with the leg spine. The little spine, chicken spine. And now, remember what I said about the joints. You got a chicken leg and a chicken thigh. Normally right here, this like little angle between the thigh and the leg is where you can find that joint that's really easy to cut into. As you can tell, I'm struggling a little bit because my knife is dull. And there you go. That's how you debone all the chicken.